beautiful people in the world. They're all here.
Not bad, are they?
They're all here at Foxhill's, mate.
Hey up everybody, Jeff Perrett here for DocWob TV. If you haven't worked out where I am, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's written all over my hat. It's next to the famous sign. We are here at the VMXdN at Foxhill for arguably the biggest event in the motocross UK calendar right now. The vibe, everybody's smiling. We've had a bit of rain come down, so the track is already starting to get a bit of moisture into it. Honestly, I'm not just saying it because I'm on DocWob TV. It is an absolute privilege to be at this event. I can't wait for this weekend to get underway. Okay, for Foxhill and two strokes, what do they mean to me? My God, I hope you've got enough card. I could be sat here for hours talking about this. It means virtually everything to me, and I'm not over exaggerating that. For a young racer, I wanted to get to a level and ride bikes as a professional and travel the world. That was my aim, and I got to a level where I raced GPs and it allowed me to do that. Coming here for my first ever home GP, which was 95, will stick in here for as long as I hope it can. Hopefully I won't get dementia or anything like that, and it will stay with me right to the end, because the first time I ever raced here, to come down that valley on the opening lap, and even in practice, the opening lap of practice, and the air horns and everything, it was just a magnificent moment.
Because it's like reviving the two-stroke, you know, committee and the classic racing of motocross, you know what I mean? Like where motocross started, it was two strokes forever, and then four strokes came along. And don't get me wrong, I race four strokes, love them, love the technology, but two strokes is real motocross, you know, and it's just wicked that the guys at VMXdN have put this event together, and you know, bringing it to the mainstream for everybody to get involved. You know, it's pretty cool.
Two strokes are mega, I love them. It's just been a breath of fresh air riding one, because obviously I've been on a 450 all year, and to be on this today, really enjoyed it. I find that I can ride it a lot harder in the 450s, and just overall really, they're just fun to race.
Hi, I'm Mike Larocco, and you're watching DocWob TV. It's cool being here. I think one of the things that makes it special is, you know, seeing all the airs of all these bikes. You know, a lot of them that I've rode, and it just takes me back, kind of, you know, walking around and seeing all these years of bikes and two strokes, and it's just fun. Yeah.
Hiya, welcome to DocWob. Here we are, Foxhills 23. It's a bit chaos. If that's the right word, it's very busy. Busier than we anticipated, which is great. Parking's been hard work, everything's been hard work just from the volume of people, but that's a good problem to have, I guess. So here we are, second day in, still working on some setup issues, because the Americans just don't get a chance to really test them beforehand, and it was all right a few years ago, but now the game's stepped up with Tommy and Bobby going so fast. So we're still scrambling. Normally by now we've finished, but we're still working. So this is the 94 KX 500 we built for Tyler Bowers. Tyler's such a good guy, but he's big. He's a big, dude, and we put a 5.7 rear spring on it, thinking that's the biggest thing you can find. And he normally runs a 6.3, so it's sitting a little bit lower in the stroke than we would like, but we haven't got any more springs, so we just got to deal with it. So we've wound the preload up, and we're having to change out foot peg pins because he's bending them, and he's a big kid. So hopefully he doesn't rip the pegs off the frame or anything silly. We can get through the next 2 races.
Moto is already in the books, and it was not good at all. Taking some positives from it, I got a good start. This KX500, DocWob's KX500 got me off the gate great. I was like 3rd, maybe 4th, I think, around the first turn. And then at that point, we were struggling a little bit with our suspension setup. I will admit, I think I came here a little underprepared. I underestimated the seriousness and the level of this event. So we were struggling a little bit with the shock. I think we had a stock shock on the bike, and I just kind of had a speed limit. I couldn't really push my limits, so got through the moto, and luckily we were able to find another shock that's been rebalanced. It's got a stiffer spring, so we got our fingers crossed, hoping this one's going to get a little bit better. I'm able to like charge and ride like I know how to ride.
So Zach Osborne's YZ250. This one's not taking as much setup because it's pretty much the same as we built last year, so we got all that data to pull from. Zach got the clutch a bit hot in practice, so we fixed that. That went away. We haven't really done a lot of jetting. It's been well behaved, this one, in fairness. So Zach's looking good, and that number 1 plate can get heavy, but he's doing real well. The American team right now are in 3rd, so all is not lost. It's all to play for. Let's put it that way. Really? How long are you going to run that for? So how'd it go yesterday, Thomas?
Yesterday we had, where am I looking? You or what camera? Yesterday was mega day, really enjoyed it. Atmosphere was amazing, crowd was amazing. I had a 2nd and a 3rd in the races. Gave it everything I had, and I was close to the win both times, but just a little bit off. So hopefully today it'll be great to get a win, but either way, give it my best and have a good day.
Bigger crowd today, kid. You got to step up.
Yeah, no, the crowd.
And well and good catching, Bob. You got to pass that boy, ain't you? And he ain't the easiest boy to pass.
Yeah, I got beat by the 500 yesterday. I had the 250s covered, and then Bobby got a good start in the first one, rode out front, and then Elliot and Bobby was out front in the second one on the 500s. But I managed to reel him in at the end. But I need a better start really if I want to
fastest lap, though, kid. Fastest lap.
Yeah, we had fastest lap.
So you get that Kex award. You get a free pair of pants, don't you?
Don't know. Is it every race? I'm not sure. It's tight. It's probably only one race the weekend. But no, loved it. Honestly, really enjoying riding the two strokes. It's a breath of fresh air to me to race these, rather than the four strokes for a weekend. But overall, just the best weekend of the year. You can't. If you're not here, you need to come here next year. But I think almost everyone that likes bikes is here, aren't they?
I think we're full, kid. We are worried that we're going to have to turn people away today.
No, but
you can step up. Well, you've always been. Ever since you were a kid, you could always step up at a bigger bend, can't you?
No, I like
get to you.
Yeah, I like the bigger bend.
Pumps you up.
I like. I've always done well at Nations. My first ever podium was at a British GP. My first ever GP win was at a British GP.
Exactly. So the pressure don't get to you.
No, I like the pressure. But no, looking forward to getting out there today. I think the crowd's already building up, busier than yesterday, midday already, and it's 9 o'clock. So I think we're in for a good day.
Mike Brown here, riding a 2023 Vet MX Designations, and it's going good. Crowd's unreal, like every year. Every year it gets bigger and bigger. And I've been here for, I think, my 5th year, and it's like tripled in size. New venue here at Foxhills, and it's, as you can see, a lot of people. Track's been awesome this weekend, and for me, I've been struggling all weekend a little bit. Stuff going on with the bikes and just getting it set up right, but enjoying the weekend for sure, and looking forward to the last moto today of going out with a good result.
Hi, I'm Paul Denning, Managing Director of Crescent Yamaha and Team Manager of the Patti Yamaha with Prometheon World Superbike factory team. Yeah, obviously here at Foxhill's iconic circuit and what's becoming rapidly a very iconic event, the Veterans Motocross of Nations, and it's been an awesome weekend. We're halfway through the last block of racing right now, and you know, I'm not quite sure what's the magic formula for this event. In the end, it's old bikes ridden by young people and old people, and you know, older riders as well, like myself, fast ones and slower ones like myself. But I'm not quite sure why that's such an attraction compared to maybe National Series and some other mainstream motocross events. But just looking at the size of the crowd, the atmosphere, the engagement and the interaction with genuine fans, I think it has to be something to do with the track itself, with two strokes, and with harking back to the days when the hills around here rattled to the sound of Everts and Tortelli and Alessio Chiodi and all the legends that won Grand Prix here. So whatever it is, the event works and it's massive fun, a really challenging track, but fans are getting to see these bikes being ridden to the limits and beyond, and I don't think they're going any slower than they were back in the days when it was the Grand Prix for real. So yeah, also here at Foxhill's, we've taken the chance to let the UK public see for the first ever time the 50 year of racing for Yamaha anniversary livery. Looks spectacular and has obviously been reflected in the 93 YZ250 that Alessio Chiodi's been hammering the opposition with all weekend. And we've got the two-stroke YZ250, which of course is very fitting for Foxhill's, and still has that old bike, let's say, feel and noise, but with the very latest Triple S carb suspension, wonderful brakes, awesome carburation, so kind of everything that the older bikes had in terms of flavour, but with modern day civility and modern day safety almost because of the quality of the suspension. And just behind me, the all new YZ250F. Absolute new bike from the ground up. Looks awesome to see Yamaha's back in white, in my opinion. But the 250F, which is obviously the most popular of racing classes in the UK, and the Yamaha's always been at the front of Grand Prix, the front of AMA, and the 24 bike's going to take it another step forward. And yours available with friendly service and a smile from Crescent Yamaha. So come and see the boys and grab one of these beauts.
Yeah, I'm Doug Dubach, and today I'm riding a 92 YZ250 in the over 50 Evo. I don't know the proper name, but it's a bunch of us old guys on these kinds of bikes. So, I mean, what can you say? I've been coming here for 10 plus years, and it just seems to get better and better every year. You know, I do a lot of events, really all over the world, and this is by far the best one I go to. So the track this weekend is really good, actually, and you know, it's given any track, I think just the vibe of the whole event really keeps you coming back year after year. You know, it's again, it's just like no other event you do. I think it's just got all the right ingredients. You know, it's got the right era bikes, the right era people, good competitive racing, and the fans seem to love it.
So that's it, 2023, VMXdN Foxhill in the books. It's been emotional. We didn't have the best weekend, but I think America on the podium, so they can't complain about that. Tommy won a race, he's the hero, so that's cool. Maybe you'll quit whinging about his throttle now. So, like and subscribe, all that stuff, and we can settle down and get back in the workshop.